Welcome to Tim's TV. I'm Tim. This is the news update for May 20th, 2018. Quick update. The blue wave that everybody was predicting appears to be dying down. The Republicans are getting closer in the general ballot, so the midterm elections may be much closer than anybody thought. So let's talk about some of the issues that may be part or should be part of the midterms. Every single Democratic senator up for re-election was a superdelegate for Hillary, handpicked by Hillary Clinton. They're all part of a Clinton conspiracy that stole the nomination from Bernie Sanders. It wasn't personal to Bernie, but Hillary lost to an unknown Barack Obama in 2008. She lost the nomination. She had 8 years to plan her next move, and she did it very well. She needed money. She took over $130 million from the Russians, from Vladimir Putin, and used it to pay off $33 million in the DNC, the Democratic National Committee's debt. She paid off all of their debt. In exchange, she got to rig the 2016 nomination process. She got to handpick these superdelegates. What did the superdelegates do? They conspired with Hillary Clinton to steal the nomination from whoever it was. It turned out to be Bernie Sanders. Bernie had all the love. Bernie had all the energy, all the excitement. Who got the nomination? Hillary Clinton. Why is that? Because senators like Amy KKK Klobuchar conspired with Hillary to steal the nomination from Bernie. Joe Manchin, another Democratic senator, superdelegate for Hillary, handpicked, by the way. The Democratic senator from Missouri, handpicked, superdelegate Hillary Clinton. She was never going to listen to the Democratic base. They were always going to deliver it to Hillary no matter what, which is one of the fundamental reasons Hillary lost, by the way, is because it was a phony nomination. They used to do backdoor, closed-door, smoky room deals is what they used to call them. Hillary did that, but she rigged it in public, and she got caught at the nomination. The reason she's blaming the Russians is because it's projection. She was in bed with the Russians. She was friends with Vladimir Putin. She took money from the Russians to pay off the Democrats. The whole Democratic National Committee, the Democratic Party, their main organization, took $33 million worth of Russian money. Now they're framing Trump for the crimes that they committed, and it's getting old. People are not buying it. Let's go through what actually happened. The Clinton Foundation took over $130 million in donations in Canada. That's right, they did it up north. Why did they do it in Canada? Easy. You don't have to report it to the IRS. If you report it to the IRS in the United States, your political opponents in the media would find out about it. So if you do it in Canada, nobody was looking in Canada. So she took the donations in Canada. Then she took $33 million of the $130 she got from the Russians and bribed the DNC to rig the election. Now, every single superdelegate, remember, was handpicked by Hillary. They are all part of the conspiracy. I'm going to make you a superdelegate. You're going to vote for me no matter what. And I've paid off our $33 million in debt. That frees up money. That frees up energy. So all the new fundraising would go directly to Senator Amy Klobuchar's campaign, Joe Manchin. All the money went to the Democratic Party. You literally wiped out $33 million. Getting out of a $33 million debt is like paying off somebody's mortgage. They owe you. Everybody at the DNC owed Hillary. That's why she got the nomination, not Bernie Sanders. But that's not democracy. That's not how it's supposed to work. Now there was a guy named Seth Ridge. He was a IT guy for the Democratic National Committee and a Sanders supporter. He's from Missouri. He's not Russian. But Seth Ridge was very upset with what was going on to Bernie. He didn't view it as democracy. Don't have an open primary. Don't have an open nomination and then rig it. They rigged it. So what he did is he took uh, evidence that proved that the nomination process at the DNC was being rigged. He sent it to WikiLeaks. While WikiLeaks was verifying what had been sent to them, Seth Rich was shot in the head while walking home from the bar in D.C. Nice bar. I've been to the bar. It's a great bar. By the way, they've got beautiful bartenders. The bartenders were gorgeous at that place. But he was shot. Now, the police determined it was a robbery, even though he still had his money, he still had his phone, he had his wallet, his credit cards. Nothing was stolen, but they classified it as a robbery. Basically, somebody popped him in the head and bailed. And then in the police's defense, it's hard to solve that crime because he didn't steal the credit cards and go use them, and you don't have anyone to lay this crime on. But that being said, Seth Rich is dead. He is the leaker, and he is not Russian. How do I know he's the leaker? WikiLeaks, who released the information that caused Debbie Wasserman Schultz to resign at the opening of the Democratic National Committee. They literally released it the first day of the Democratic National Committee that Hillary and all the superdelegates disenfranchised 5 million Democratic voters. 5 million. The difference between winning Michigan, Florida, and Pennsylvania is the fact that they screwed over Bernie Sanders, stole the nomination from him, and a lot of Democratic-based voters stayed home because Hillary's a thief and she got caught. But that's not what we're investigating now. We're investigating Donald Trump's ties with Russia. They haven't really proven any of those ties, although it is easy to prove the $130 million Russian money to the Clinton Foundation, and then that money being used to bribe the Democratic National Committee. And the person who stole the election was Hillary Clinton. She stole it from Bernie Sanders. She got caught. She did not pick Bernie for her running mate. Think of how stupid and arrogant Hillary Clinton is. If Bernie Sanders and Clinton are on the same ticket, if it's Clinton Sanders, they win Michigan, they win Florida, they win Pennsylvania. She's president, he's vice president. She did not do that. Now she's blaming Trump for her bad decisions. She's blaming the Russians for her bad decisions. Think of it this way. She took money from the Russians. Now she's framing the Russians for her loss. She's pushing us. We've already restarted the Cold War. All this, we've got to be tough with Russia and we've got to do this with Russia. No, we don't. Russia has 7,000 nuclear weapons. 7,000 nuclear weapons. Most of them capable of hitting you and me. They can hit the continental United States. They have more than 23,000 tanks. We have 6,000 tanks. You know what that means? A war between the United States and Russia would be very bloody and completely unnecessary. The Democrats and the media are pushing us towards war with Russia. This whole Russia thing has really ruined relations with Russia. And it doesn't have to be. They're on the other side of the planet. They're not messing with us. I've never lost a job to a Russian. The Chinese, on the other hand, are a problem. They're a bigger economy. They have a bigger military. They're more aggressive. They're taking our jobs left and right. What do? We pick a fight with the only other major nuclear power on the planet because Hillary lost. Are you willing to have the draft come back because Hillary lost? Are you willing to go to war with Russia because Hillary lost? Are you willing to risk nuclear annihilation of all human life in the northern hemisphere? I think some people could survive in the southern hemisphere after an all-out nuclear attack, as long as nobody targets the southern hemisphere, but life will not be the same. You will die. You will not be able to live in the United States. You will not be able to live in Russia. The northern hemisphere will be dead of human existence because Hillary lost and is starting this whole Russia thing. I personally want to get along with Russia for several reasons. They have 7,000 nuclear weapons. They can end all life on Earth. We have 6,500 nuclear weapons. Put those two together, you're pushing 13,500 nuclear warheads. I do not want them to go off. I am fine that Hillary lost. She was a bad candidate. She could have won, but she did. Oh, sorry, wrong side. She drank a lot of wine from the time of the conventions to the election. She took a lot of days off. Whether it was health or whether it was laziness or a combination of both, she lost the election. She lost the nomination in 2008. She rigged it in 2016, and she lost the general. She's just not a good candidate. Had Bill ran, I think Bill would have won, because Bill is a fantastic politician. He feels your pain. Hillary causes you pain. Bill, I'm telling you, Bill Clinton, not because of his penis, but she's lived with Bill for years, decades. You think she'd learn something, but she didn't. And that's why she lost. Bill, on the other hand, would have won in a landslide. I'd have took that Trump guy, no problem. You know why? Because people like me. I don't know why I like Hillary, but Hillary didn't learn a damn thing from Bill Clinton. And all the years they were together, she didn't learn a thing. That's why she's not president. Now, that's literally the truth. Bill would have put Bernie Sanders on the ticket, but Hillary apparently was threatened by a more popular man than she was. So she picked Tim Kaine, an angry white guy that nobody liked. Nobody knew who the hell he was. And he wasn't that likable. I mean, the debates were, he came across as a loudmouth bully. Every negative thing you could say about a white person, I give you Tim Kaine. And that was it. And he turned off more people. She would have been better off not having a vice president. But she didn't pick Bernie Sanders. She didn't pick Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama or Bernie Sanders, she's president. She didn't pick Joe Biden. Joe Biden, nice guy. I don't know how many votes he literally delivers, but he's not offensive. He's a known name. He's a safe pick. No. Bernie Sanders, the rightful nominee, not on the ticket. Michelle Obama, a popular African-American woman. Boom. Girl power, not on the ticket. Joe Biden, safe pick, already vice president, could be vice president again. I'm not a huge fan of Joe, but Joe's not that offensive. Once again, no. Tim Kaine. Tim Kaine and getting caught stealing the nomination from Bernie Sanders. Then let's talk about Anthony Weiner, her best friend, her personal assistant, and somebody that would have had a major amount of power in the Clinton White House and had a great deal of power at the State Department, was Huma Abedin Weiner. They call her Huma Abedin. She's married to Anthony Weiner. They left the Weiner out because Weiner is embarrassing. He's famous for sending dick pics, had to resign from Congress, ran for mayor of New York City, got caught with nude dick pics. Huma used government top secret emails were on the laptop that he was sending dick pics from. Now, right before Election Day, the FBI had to tell us. They didn't want to. They sat on it for weeks because they didn't want to influence the election. But Jim Comey promised under oath that he would inform Congress if anything had changed. Things had changed for months, and he kept it secret. But Weiner was sending dick pics to a 16-year-old girl in South Carolina on a computer with top secret State Department emails. Literally more than 100,000 Hillary emails. The emails that were subpoenaed by Congress were on a pedophile. He's since been convicted, but he was sending dick pics from a computer with State Department emails. They're specifically not supposed to do that. Those are some of the reasons she's lost. I'm Tim's TV. That's an update on the election. We're going to do another one here in a minute, but that's a quick update. The Democrats are pushing us to war, and it's Hillary's fault that she lost.